Let me tell you something curious about silence in the digital world. We live in a time where everything is documented, from breakfast plates to heartbreaks. Every moment turned into a story, every face turned into content. Yet, somewhere in between the noise, are a few who remain unseen. No selfies, no celebrations, no daily updates. Just quiet observers scrolling through the world without leaving a trace. In a world where attention is currency, their silence almost feels mysterious. But here's the truth. It's not about shyness or secrecy. It's a quiet statement of power. Because psychology says the less someone seeks to be seen, the more they truly see themselves. Not posting doesn't mean they're shy or disconnected. It means they've chosen depth over display. In fact, studies in digital psychology show that people who stay private online often score higher in emotional stability, mindfulness, and self-control. They live intentionally, not for the algorithm, but for themselves. And today, we're decoding the hidden mindset of people who don't post their photos on social media. 1. Privacy over popularity. Let's start with privacy. In an age where oversharing is normal, choosing to stay private is a sign of self-possession. These individuals have what psychologists call a high privacy orientation, a desire to protect their mental and emotional boundaries. They're not hiding, they're guarding their peace. While others post for approval, they seek alignment. Their validation doesn't come from likes, it comes from living in line with their values. And that's emotional maturity most people never reach. 2. Strong self-awareness. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people with strong self-concept clarity, meaning a stable sense of who they are, post significantly less online. Why? Because they know their goals, their values, and what matters without needing an audience to confirm it. They don't need mirrors made of pixels. They're less likely to follow trends, less likely to compare, and far more likely to focus on real progress. They don't seek the world's approval, they seek their own growth. 3. Emotional security. People who post less are often the ones who've made peace with themselves. They've outgrown the need to prove, impress, or perform. This comes from what psychologists call secure self-esteem confidence that's internal, not borrowed. They don't post to feel seen, they post when there's meaning behind it. They understand that true self-worth doesn't need a comment section to exist. 4. Depth over display. These people often think deeper and feel deeper. They choose what to share with intention. Psychologists refer to this as having an internal locus of evaluation, judging themselves based on personal standards, not public reaction. They're not silent because they have nothing to say. They're silent because not everything deserves to be said. And that level of restraint comes from wisdom, not insecurity. 5. They see the illusion. Social media is a highlight, reels, filters, and performance, and they know it. They've seen how easily comparison ruins peace. Psychologists call this the social comparison trap, where we measure our worth against others' filtered realities. So instead of chasing validation online, they focus on validation offline from growth, peace, and meaningful connections. They don't need attention to feel alive. They need purpose. 6. Real confidence is quiet. Real confidence doesn't announce itself. It simply exists. People who don't post often have already made that shift from performing to being. They've realized that self-worth isn't a display, it's a discipline. And ironically, Their silence online speaks louder than the noise of those trying to prove themselves. So next time you meet someone who doesn't post, don't assume they're detached. They might just be the most grounded, self-aware, and emotionally intelligent person in the room. They don't need to be seen because they already see themselves. If you're someone who values quiet growth, self-awareness, and purpose, you're in the right place. This channel isn't about quick motivation. It's about lasting transformation. Subscribe, and let's keep becoming the kind of people who don't just chase attention. We earn respect through self-mastery.